McDonald Durham. I live in Durham, and I have 2 kids in the system now. I agree with a lot of what the previous speakers have said. I'm not going to rehash all of that. I think ultimately, I would agree that legally he's on the line, right? We're probably not talking about legal infractions, but we're talking about morals and ethics, and we're talking about leadership. These are the leaders we put up for our students, right? This is what they're seeing. These are the role models. We're saying these are the role models, right? You grow up, you take part in citizenship in a democracy, this is who you are, and at the same time, we have policies that seem to be in direct conflict with the comments that we've been reading. I think for all the effort that we put into teaching our kids to use respectful, safe ways to address confrontation and disagreement, to use alternatives to name-calling and insults, and especially to understand and respect members of different genders, religions, ethnicities, cultures, orientations. How is it that one of the adults in charge of decision-making thinks it's appropriate to make public comments of this nature? Moreover, at a practical level, we as educators and as parents teach students to be very wary of anything they send out via social media, right? How often do we tell them? We tell them all the time, right? What you put out there doesn't just go to your friends. It goes to everyone. And even if you think you take it down, it's still out there, right? We tell this to our kids starting well, as soon as they get home, right? And apparently, Mr. Koch, who I believe is a technology educator, is just learning that now. Not exactly the role model we had hoped for in a school board member. I share the concerns of others about Mr. Koch's ability to work with not only women, but with many members of our district, adults or children, who happen to differ in some physical, cultural, or ideological way from Mr. Koch himself. In a district already struggling to rebuild community processes, and a lot of people have referred to that tonight, we really can't afford to continue to be sidetracked by the behavior of one of our school board members who clearly doesn't represent the mission of the district and potentially poses liability issues, although I would agree, maybe. As a parent, as a Durham resident, as an educator myself, I ask that Mr. Koch resign from the board. As a community, I think that we can do a lot better for our kids, for our teachers, and for ourselves.